Well, hello and welcome. It's Thursday night. It is April the 18th, 7 p.m. in my part of the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us a thumbs up and shouting us out and all that good stuff. Remember, if you have a link that you would like to drop, just feel free. If you have a wrench, if not, ask, and we'll make that happen for you. It has been exciting. Right now, we are currently under severe thunderstorms warning, possible tornadoes, heavy rains, but they've been calling for it all day long, but we haven't received anything yet. So we'll see how it goes. If the live stream ends suddenly with a bolt of lightning hitting, well, then you know what happened. So it's been a busy week, a busy day. So what did we do today? We I made over 100 homemade from scratch cookies. Jack, how are you?
Yeah, good. Just peel myself out of bed.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess. I was just telling everybody that I am David, your host with the tropical shirt, who made 100 cookies today.
Ooh, what kind
I
of
am
cookies?
tired. Lorelai has a couple of work events tomorrow where she's taking cookies, and her coworkers seem to like my cookies. So I always make homemade cookies, and she takes them to work. But since she has two events, I had to make, 100 of them. So, how are you doing today, Jack?
Eh, not too bad. Not
No?
too bad. I almost had to call in late.
You almost had to call in?
Yeah, I almost had to call in late.
Not calling in late? Oh, man.
You get
It's,
old and you talk the wrong way. Kind of hurts. but
yeah, I'm
we're here.
still having back issues, myself, which is driving me crazy. And, but we are under some severe weather tonight. So, we may or may not get some. Let me see what the weatherman is saying now. Let me check the radar. We're under some severe weather tonight. Let me check what the radar guy is telling us now. So,
It's
yeah,
86 right now here. It's supposed to be a high of 98.
damn. It's been beautiful here today. It's been in the 70s today. No, sorry, 87 was our high. So, Kiko's in the house. How are you, Kiko? I'll drop the StreamYard link. Kiko, if you want to come up into the panel, you're all welcome. So, but yeah, it's been a fun day. It's been a busy day. I helped a friend sell a car, made 100 cookies, cleaned the patio furniture, and I did something else that I can't remember what it was. So, Kiko's going to have a low of the 51. Yeah, after we have storms coming through, but it's been, 88, 87, 85 degrees, and it's still up there. It's still in the 80s, low 80s now. But what the weatherman just told us is once this blows through, we're going to be back down in the 60s for a high for the next 4 or 5 days. Well, our summer like conditions have gone to the wayside.
Like Indian summer or something like that.
Well, I think Indian summer technically comes in fall. So maybe this would be cowboy summer. I don't know what it will be, what it's called. So, but it's been busy. It's been beautiful today and yesterday. I took a little bike ride on my e-bike yesterday. Back's acting up, so I didn't go real far. I just wanted to get out there a little bit. Craig is in the house. Craig, how are you? It's good to see you. We missed you last week, Craig.
Hey,
Happy
Craig,
birthday, Kiko. Kiko, it's your birthday. Congratulations.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We will sing a happy birthday song to you shortly. I would have known it was your birthday. I would have had a birthday cake for you. I made 100 cookies today. I could have easily baked you a birthday cake. And Craig, how have you been? Malik is there, Craig, if you want to come up in the panel when you get time. So how have you been, Craig? How are things in your part of the world? You're half a year one, my 1/2 year one. I don't know what that means. I don't get the joke. My 1/2 year one. So you're 6 months old?
Or in
So
between birthdays.
but yeah, man, I mean, telling you, I'm tired. I made it. It's not your birthday. Why not? You can have a birthday. Look, you can have a birthday 12 times a year and nobody would complain. Because technically, the day that you're born on comes around, unless it's leap year on the 29th of February, comes around 12 times a year. So it's perfectly okay to have a birthday. What else did I do today? Oh, I watched the Flying Leatherneck John Wayne movie. I watched that today. So,
You take the dogs out too?
hmm
Take the dogs out?
the dogs, Daisy is, I don't know, I'm a little worried about my Daisy dog. She seems to be really tired today. Ah, well, you know those damn Australians. Craig saw that it would be 51 night. That's degrees. Yeah, we know. See, we know, Kiko, that you're more like 71 versus 51. So, but Craig, let the dogs out. Well, the dogs did spend quite a bit of time out today when I was cleaning the patio furniture. But our black dog, our black wiener dog, I don't know. I don't know if she's not feeling good, but she just seems to be kind of tired. She's moving slow, you know. She's actually been sleeping quite a bit versus just laying on the couch watching you. So
I'm
we'll
sure a
have to
couple
monitor.
people fix that.
Yeah, they do go to the vet um, in 2 weeks. They have an appointment at the vet to get their annual shots and stuff like that. And then they go to the hair salon afterwards and get all prettied up. So I don't know. She just seems a little off today. Maybe she needs some testosterone pills. Maybe. She's only 7 years old. So I don't know. She just seems to be struggling today.
Do you have a warranty on it?
Warranty on the dog? No. No, no warranty on the dog.
No. You have to buy one of those extended warranties.
Well, you can buy pet insurance, but
Yeah, I
we
seen
have
that when I was in a Petco. I'm like, huh? Really?
yeah, you can buy pet insurance. Absolutely.
Yeah,
We thought about it.
a friend of mine took his dog to the vet because it wasn't feeling good, and says it cost about like a couple hundred to check it out. And like every time it came out, they were adding 200, 200, 200. He's like, when I think it's in 2000, just put it down. I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah, that
Yeah,
bill was getting high. He was like so mad. We just got done working, and he's like, his 2000, just put it down.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Kiko's saying needs a real man dog, stud dog. I got a good dog. I got two good dogs.
put some spice in her life.
Yeah, she's just. And when she walks around, she's just not moving real fast today. I mean, she's never a fast dog anyway, but she's kind of slow. Craig says there's no storms here, but the internet is shit this morning. I didn't say you. Keeps connecting. Going. Okay. Daisy. Hey,
Saturday, high of 50. Oh, not 50, 100.
got my troubling neighbors walking by the house. So it's probably speaking of studs. Where's the agitator? Man, I can't talk. I'm sure he'll be around sooner than later. He's probably still working. You know, it's still kind of early out in California. What is it? 2 hours earlier, so it's only 5 o'clock in California on the West Coast. So for Ronald and all of them guys, James and everybody, Henry is going to bed. Yeah, easy for me to say, right? Just beat up this week. You know, I've been taking a lot of muscle relaxers, so I think my brain is getting squishier than it normally is. You know. But yeah, we have a really good vet, Jack, and he takes really good care of our dogs, and he really doesn't charge that much money. I'm really impressed with how good he is and how little he charges for, and I mean he's a good guy. He'd actually like to meet he told me the last time I saw him, he'd like to meet a very, very traditional Asian woman to get married to. And I asked him, what did he mean by it? And I said, well, what is your vision, And he said, well, I'm looking for one who has no desire to have a job, but who can, because he has a lot of money, so he doesn't need her to work. So he wants one that can stay home, take care of the house, be a good wife, go traveling when he travels and things like that, to be a wife. But he clearly does not want a woman to be he doesn't want an American woman in any way, shape, or form. And he wants one that wants to be taken care of, has no desire to work. I volunteered, but it didn't work. Fuck that dude with that dude. So, but I like him. He's a good guy. He definitely comes. I don't know how rich he is when it comes from his own personal money, but he inherited quite a bit from his family. So, but he's a great vet, but a pretty good guy. And I don't know any Filipinas here in the country that I would recommend him date. So Emily was wanting to date him at one point in time, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to him. So, but so, I don't know. So I got to take the dogs to the vet in next week. Late next week, they go to the vet. So that'll probably only cost me a couple $100, No more matchmaker. Well, if I knew somebody that I thought that had an honest heart, let me say it that way. It doesn't seem like in my part of the country that a lot of ladies have a honest heart. It's more about what can somebody give them. So that's the only ones I know are that way anyway. Greg says, worked out a monthly package and then move on. you know, but he's a good guy. Yeah, he's wanting that unicorn. I would agree with you. I mean, and he's not a bad looking guy, but what I feel bad about is knowing that he has money, and if you're his wife, that you don't have to work and they live a very, very good life. Um, how many women would be honest for their affections? That's what I always question in that type of situation. How many women are truly going to love the guy for loving the guy versus loving the guy for what he can do for her? You know, yeah, his wallet looks good though, right? That's it. There's too many of them that doesn't really care how much you look as long as your wallet look good. And his wallet looks very well. So that's why I told him, I said, man, I just don't know anybody that I would recommend to you in this part of the country. My only recommendation would be to go, you know, Tina Turner comes to mind, Kiko. Why is that? What's love got to do with it? Is that the song? Tina Turner's What's love got to do with it? I've been watching American Idol. American Idol's back on, if you guys didn't know. So I've been watching that. They got some kid from Britain and some kid from Australia in American Idol. Tim is in the house. Everybody say hello to Tim. Greg, remember to give us a thumbs up. And if you got anything you want to share or drop, go ahead and feel free to do it. You can share anything you want or drop anything you want. So, but Tim, how are you? How's the exercise program going? Are you getting in shape for Canada? It's coming up in a couple of months. But what's love got to do with it? Did you guys, yeah, we got like 11 million people in the house. So there has to be some workers out there. Somebody hanging out in the background, spying on us. Maybe it's the, huh?
And the kangaroo.
The kangi, the racist kangi from down under. The racist kangi. Yeah, but he doesn't have the balls to come back, so that's all right. Everybody's saying hello to everybody, which is good. Lorelai is in her second week of her new job, so I'm trying to get it readjusted to this new schedule. So, before she would go to work, like at 8 a.m. Now she goes to work at 3 p.m. And so it's got our whole schedule mixed up. Kiko, RC question. I don't think RC has ever actually been to any of my stuff.
I don't think so.
I don't think he knows me, which is probably a good thing from what I hear. So, or it's not a bad thing anyway that he doesn't know me. So Craig is dropping something. So, but, yep, Craig dropped a link to video there. So, yeah, I'm because now, what we're bent out of shape. Our schedule's all screwed up, man. Before, Lorelai would get up at 8 or go to work at 8 in the morning. Perfectly normal. But since she's such a light sleeper, I try to keep the house really quiet now in the morning because she comes home at midnight. And so she wants to sleep in until about 12 noon. And so the first part of my day is wasted because I don't want to make any noise to allow her to have a chance to sleep. So Tim says his trainer is impressed with my progress. Well, Tim, are you paying your trainer? Everybody I've ever paid has always been impressed. So we're getting readjusted to a new schedule. The dogs, everybody in this house have had to change our little routines and change our world, and but we can make it happen. I'm happy for her. Lorelai has got a promotion, and she's doing good. So you got to take pride. I always take pride when Lorelai does really good in the world, and she does really good. Have you guys heard about what Netflix is doing?
What's that?
Netflix is clamping down on password sharing. So,
they've been doing that for years.
huh?
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah, but now they've released a whole new thing. More articles now, and they're looking at it again. So they're coming up with a way to put the squeeze on users so that you cannot have your brother, your sister, your whatever use your password. So
I'm sure some people will find their ways around that. There's always that little loophole somewhere.
there'll be something, but apparently in a lot of part of the countries, what I've been reading in some part of the country, some third world countries or African countries, is what they talk about is that one password, one account may be seen on 1,000 different devices because people have farmed out or sold their passwords to people. And so,
I should get rid of a lot of the fake Netflix accounts that you can buy on like Facebook Marketplace here in the Philippines. People will sell free trials to things on whatchamacallit, on Marketplace that you can do the same way without spending any money.
that's it. Yeah. And they're starting in Latin America, then Canada, New Zealand, Portugal, and Spain. It is going to be, if you want to do that, they're going to make you pay for it. So what it sounds like they're doing is they're recognizing, look, we know you do this, and if you want to do it, then you just got to pay us an extra fee for everybody you farm your password out to. Because like you said, right now you can go in certain countries and buy a password.
Black market.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know if it's a good thing, a fair thing, or what. I don't know. I mean, we have Netflix. Dire Straits, money but nothing, chicks for free. I want my MTV. Are really Dire Straits, Pico. is one of my favorite bands of all times. Sultans of Swing, one of my favorite bands of all times.
Was
Absolutely.
I born yet?
You, how old are you? 59?
41.
What year were you born then?
81.
Yeah. Yeah, they were out in 86.
I was here in 86.
Anyfin, everybody say hello to Anyfin. We appreciate you being here. How are you? You're going to do a quick pop in tonight. He's tired. Yeah, I'm tired too, man. You know, a little wore out today too, but I hope you're doing well. I've been watching some of your fishing stuff. So good to have you here, and we appreciate the support and all that good stuff. And Anyfin, if you want to drop any of your videos or your link, you're welcome to do it. Please feel free. I'm sure you have a wrench, right? Yeah. So if you want to drop something to Anyfin, you can. Tim says when you sign up for Netflix, they will only allow 6 users. Any more than that, pay for. That's right. So for 6 locations, not necessarily users, but so you can have Netflix on your TV, on your laptop, on your iPad, on your phone, blah, blah. 6 gadgets can be part of it. Oh, yeah, Brothers in Arms. Craig is saying hello to you, Anyfin. Oh, Brothers in Arms, absolutely one of my favorite songs. I love how I just do. I love Dire Straits. But I'm an old guy. I like Dire Straits, Pink Floyd, Meatloaf, REO Speedwagon, Journey, all of those. It's my stuff. Anything. Howdy, all good. Fighting a cold, I think. Yeah, that's part of my problem. And Lorelai is our allergies are going. We need rain to help wash all the pollen out. But we are just full of allergies in this part of the country right now. Pretty easy to find. All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. You got a good channel name, and it is easy to find. But you're always welcome to drop anything you want to share. Stanley Dean, See, I'm telling you, man, I'm either taking too much allergy medicine or I'm taking too many muscle relaxers, or maybe both. Right now, you guys all seem kind of blurry to me. I could have dirty glasses. I don't know. I like Steely Dan too, but Don McLean is one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys know American Pie by Don McLean. Absolutely. American Pie is my all-time favorite song in the world, without question. Rennet Lips. So I like that. And you know what? The weird music I like a lot of music. I really do. I actually like truck driving songs because I grew up listening to them. So I find them I listen to them as an adult once in a while now, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But I really like truck driving songs. Convoy, Phantom 409, all of those songs. So maybe I'm really dating myself now. I don't know. But what's going on in the Philippines, Jack? Anything exciting?
No. I wish I could say there was.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, there's ever anything too exciting.
It's just a lot of heat and the call for like brownouts, intentional brownouts. because the grid
Yeah.
can't handle the demand.
Well, Kiko, I'm trying, but I'm not being very successful at it. Lorelai gets home at midnight now, so I've been trying to stay up later until midnight, and then going to sleep when she gets here. My only problem is I still wake up at 8 o'clock, so I get less sleep. Uh, so I've never been somebody who can sleep real late. No matter if I go to bed at 2 a.m., I'm up at 8, just the way it is. Why? And we put blackout curtains in the master bedroom, so it's nice and dark, so she can sleep all morning. But my body is not adjusting to the new hours now. So dirty glasses or need new glasses? Yeah, but glasses are too damn expensive. I mean, Tim, when you're poor like me, dropping 300-400 bucks on a pair of glasses every year just doesn't make any sense. Six hours is plenty, and that's usually about what I do, is 6 to 7. But Lorelai gets home at 12 now, so when I stay up to 12 when she gets there, that means I really don't get to sleep until about 1, because I got to hear about everything that happened at her work, and I'm exhausted. I fall asleep up at the crack of dawn, and 8 o'clock is the crack of dawn around here. Tim's having a heat wave in his area. We had a heat wave today for April, 87 degrees. And now we're waiting on tornadoes and thunderstorms and hail and rain and all kinds of good stuff.
My computer the weather app it said high of 90. Well, high will be 99. Now it dropped down to high will be 94. Make up your mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to look to see in Netflix going to say how much they're going to charge everybody. But they come up with a new system that they're going to start sending codes, I guess, that you're going to have to verify. The owner of the account is going to have to verify. And if it's not verified, then you don't get to use the Netflix.
Oh boy.
Well, Kiko, Lorelai is that way. Lorelai lays down and she is out. Me, I lay there for a good 30 minutes before I fall asleep. Tim says it's 34 Celsius right now where he is. Damn, that's a little warm. See, our temperature just dropped literally 10 degrees since I've been online. So in a half hour, we went from 75 to 65 degrees. So that cool front's coming through. But it doesn't look like, yeah, it just passed. I see it on the radar. But we still didn't get any rain. Nope, no rain. And we could use some rain. We just planted a bunch of creeping phlox in the front flower bed. So we need some rain. What? Craig says we had 6 people killed and 12 people injured in shopping center knife attack in Bondi City in Sydney last weekend. Wow. So somebody with a knife killed 6 people and injured 12. Wow, how in the hell did you kill 12 people with a knife? You know
Was
what?
everybody just standing there?
Huh?
Was everybody just standing there, let the guy do it? Nobody's
That's what I
running.
mean. Did he maybe he snuck up behind people in the movie theater or shopping? I don't know. Um,
I had
wonder if I
nothing to
can,
do with it.
wonder if I can find that. Well, I found an article about it. His name was Joel Hachi, a knife wielding man who killed 6 people, was shot dead, has been identified. 40 years old, sent to the crowd, or sent the crowded Westfield Bondi Junction complex in a panic on Saturday when he began stabbing with a long blade, people with a long blade. 5 women and a man died. Several others, including a baby, was injured. Authorities said the attack was most likely related to mental health issues. Asked whether she believes he was targeting women, New South Wales Police Commissioner Karen Webb told reporters on Sunday it would be an obvious line of inquiry. Like, well, no shit. Most of them were women. But she added it would not describe the stabbings as an act of terror, reiterating that police believed there was no ideology. Man, I can't talk today. Motivation. He's apparently been suffering mental ill issues since the age of 17. But I still go, man. I mean, hell, in America, if you had a knife in a mall, after you stabbed the first person, all of our rednecks would jump on you and beat the shit out of you.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it just a woman officer ended it. Yeah, shot and killed him. Yep. All women except one guy and a 9-month-old baby. Yeah. That's why when they asked if he was targeting women, the police officer said, well, kind of obvious since they were all women, but one guy and a baby. That's just crazy, man. I'm sorry that happened. But it does, in some ways, it makes you feel a little bit better to know that America is not the only country that shit like that happens.
It's like a month ago, there was like a random brownout. Like the whole place is like black. And I guess some guy in the corner got his head chopped off at the end of the street.
What?
Yeah. Walking
So
by following.
So you had a brownout and somebody got their head cut off?
Yep, at the end of the street.
But not because of the brownout, because somebody had a machete in it.
Yeah, somebody had a machete when the lights went out and went crazy. Just attacking people.
Wow. Unpaid debts. Craig, let me ask you this question. In America, we are known for serial killers. And in Europe, they have serial killers also, but nowhere near the number as we have. Do you guys have serial killers in Australia? Do you guys recognize serial killers? Do you think you guys are on par with the U.S.? Because, we're very, very proud of all of our serial killers.
Mm-hmm. Jeffrey Dahmer and him and his
He's
freezer
dead.
refrigerator full of male phalluses.
Yep. But because I used to study serial killers, I used to study the behavior in one of my careers, and so I always found it interesting why people do the things that they do. That's been a field of study of mine when I worked over there as a consultant, was understanding why people did what they did. And there was a belief back then that that serial killers were an American thing, not a global thing.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, but I think he was an American. Tony the Tiger says, "Great." I don't like cornflakes. Yeah, the man committed suicide, death by cop. Yeah, we're known, or at least that gets a lot of play in the United States, death by cop. But
I seen one the
yeah,
other day. Some guy come out with like a sword. He was like drunk or high or something. More than those, I'm pretty sure he was on something. He was swinging. He was running at the cop with the long ass sword, and yeah, he got taken out.
damn. Well, you guys may know this. What do they say? The deal, it's a 26-foot rule when it comes to knives and guns, right? So, how do you say that rule? No serial killer, yeah. Uh, they talk about the 26-foot rule, whether you should attack a person or shoot a person.
It's self-defense or self-defense, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
getting stabbed.
21 feet. It's 21, not 26 feet. Sorry. I'm trying to look it up as I state it correctly.
Kiko's right.
Yep, a long history. Ivy Mountain comes to mind. 30ish, found in a state forest over a 5 year. Wow. You know, supposedly in the United States, we have anywhere from 20 to 30 active serial killers at any point in time. That's right, Kiko. That's right. Bringing the knife to a gunfight. But what I find interesting is it Japan or China that has the death forest? You know, like
The
the
suicide
rainforest.
forest. Suicide
Yeah, the
forest.
suicide forest. Is that Japan or China?
I think it's Japan. Some dumb YouTuber decided to go there and film that. There's a guy hanging there, and he posted that
Yeah,
for content. He got in trouble for that. That's stupid. People do anything for, I guess, clout.
yeah. I think it is Japan, if I remember right. And Honshu, Japan. I've seen a couple of documentary on it. It was Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul did it. But what's weird is it's a beautiful forest. But apparently, a lot of distraught Japanese people go there to commit suicide. Aspiring
Just a lot of them are like
paparazzi.
overworked and just tired of working
Yeah.
so much. So they're pretty much killing themselves.
Security had no guns or vests. Security guard killed on his first day of the job. Yeah. You know, I think America does policing all wrong. I think our the way that we do policing in this modern age is bad. I really do. But I think
Hmm.
there is so much that American law enforcement could learn if they look to what other countries do. Even the Philippines, where the Philippines is full of security guards. You
Oh yeah,
know,
there's more security guards than police.
that's what I mean. So we have a huge problem with policing in America. We just do.
One bad apple spoils the bunch.
Yeah, but in this case, I think it's more like 25%, even though say it's only 1%. And I
Hmm.
got friends in law enforcement, and if you ask them privately, they will tell you how much they hate that 25% of those officers whose little badge is what they say is too heavy. Their badge is too heavy for them. Tim says 21 feet is not fair. It can be down to 3 feet in a few seconds. That's right. Henry is here. Henry, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I think law enforcement in America is a shit show. But there is so many other countries do it differently, and I don't know. I just think we can learn a lot from other countries. But the Suicide Forest is a really cool place. I'd like to see. Well, I don't want to see it because I'll die, but I'd like to see it. See it. You know what I mean? But if you want to commit suicide in the Philippines, the only thing you need to do is go to the hospital.
There you go.
You know,
There you go.
we had last year two of Lorelai's cousins that are her age didn't survive the Philippine hospital system with things that would be easily treatable as an outpatient in America.
Yep.
So kind of sad, but
I almost whipped a couple times.
yeah. Greg, does the law enforcement in your country carry firearms, or do they kind of follow the English model?
Boomerangs.
Boomerang. Well, hey, now look, if you've ever seen Mad Max and that little boy with the long hair who throws that boomerang, you better show some respect to that boomerang. All the Mad Max movies were shot in Australia. That's where they're from. And there's a new one coming out. If you like Mad Max, what's her name? Fierosa? The chick. She has a origin movie coming out this summer. Looks really good. Pistols, then SWAT teams. Yeah. What
Did
I
they
think is
develop on
wrong.
kangaroos?
Yeah. How do they handle that radical kangaroo? That threatening menace. You know.
Throw a snake at you.
But see, then again, I also think, how the Philippines has security guards everywhere? They wouldn't work in America because we have no respect for security guards.
Right.
We think they're all a bunch of pussies.
Mm-hmm. If you mess with the wrong one and fight the wrong one, you can go to jail because they'll be battery and LEO. Because some are off-duty cops, and you still get that immunity.
But if they're off duty and they're working as a security guard, they don't have the same rights as when they're on duty. There's been a whole bunch of case law happening in the last 5 years that security guards and officers off duty or doing security work has been arrested and charged and sued. So the atmosphere is changing in America. Tim says, not everybody comes out of the suicide force alive. The real question is, does anybody come out of the suicide force alive? I guess Jake Paul did. But big bull bars sort out the kangaroos. Yeah, you're talking about those, like, we call them what, cow pushers here, because we don't have any kangaroos. Henry's been to the suicide forest, and he came out alive. But Henry, how was it? I mean, what did you do? Was it cool? I mean, I think it looks like a beautiful place to go.
Never buy a rope from Wish.com or Temu.
A rope? You're going to hang yourself?
It might just break.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I have to go back home.
Well, when Wish.com was popular, remember, somebody bought a couch off of Wish.com, and it literally came in about this big. Yeah, on TV, it looks like it's a beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big rainforest, Kiko's asking you, Henry, what part of Japan is it in? Because we're going to take a road trip. Kiko and I are going to swing by and pick Craig up. And Henry, you can go along. And we're going to drive over to Japan and check out the suicide forest.
And get some drone shots.
Yep. But it had a weird feel about it. Yeah. Tim, that's right. And that's the difference.
If our security guard don't be a cop, don't act like a cop.
Right. And that's what I like about the way they do it in the Philippines. Those security guards don't act like cops. They don't. They don't act like cops. But ours have such a big head because they think that stupid little
iron-on badge.
Yeah. It's right next to Fiji. And that's where the water comes from, the suicide forest. Mm-hmm. Ooh! Craig's asking you, Henry, did you pick up a lot of watches, rings, and wallets? Now, for us, we think that would be really bad, Craig. We think that, I won't even buy Lorelei used jewelry from a jewelry store because it may carry somebody's vibe or spirit or whatever you want to call it in the gold. So we don't like to use dead people's stuff. And Kiko spent 4 years in Okinawa, a few months to the mainland in Hokkaido. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Henry says, nope, you're not allowed to take anything, which is good because those spirits can follow you home. Kiko climbed Mount Fuji, or most of the way. Did you have any water while you were on Mount Fuji? Fuji or Fiji? Yeah, we have a thing, and it doesn't bother me so much. But Lorelei's hellbent. She won't. She doesn't want anything from dead people. But I'm happy to take their money. So if anybody wants me to put me in their will, you can do that. I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
And then I could buy my beach house in Florida. So Fuji. I like the Mount Fuji is the mountain that always has the cloud above it, right? I think it's that one that always has the cloud, right? Yeah, it has a name. Um, yes, it is the one that gets a cloud over it, which is really cool. Henry, 4.5 years in Aquanoa. I can't talk today, guys. I've been taking too many drugs. I haven't even drank any alcohol. I just can't talk because I'm tired. Uh, and Okinawa, say, and uh, and right at 5 years in the mainland Japan. That's 9 years. That's a long time. I would love to go to Japan. It's on my bucket list of countries I would like to see. It really, really is. Kiko stopped climbing when the snow started flying because he was only wearing a members only jacket from the 80s. And, well, underwear too. But, Kiko, do you still have that members only jacket? Henry's been to the top of Mount Fuji a couple of times. Did you, is there like a tram or some way of getting up there? Is there a walkway or something? Or do you got to climb it to get to the top? I mean, is there a road? But it's beautiful. What's the, it sure don't fit anymore, your members only jacket? Well, I was never cool enough to own a members only jacket. But you had to be one of those cool guys. Okay, so there's a walking trail, but you can drive up to a part of it. Yeah. So, and Mount Fuji is not a volcano, is it? It is a volcano. It's a stratovolcano. It's composite of three successive volcanoes. Wow. Tallest mountain in Japan and is known for its graceful conical form. Of course it is. Well, there's mountains that aren't volcanoes. Not every mountain's a volcano. Ah, a good restaurant? All right. See, we can all go there. The whole of Japan suicides in 2011, still no cure found. Storage tanks fill soon. 300,000 liters of contaminated water in the Pacific every day. Never a word mentioned anymore. No, just move on to BS. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, right? 300,000 liters. Yeah. I was watching John Wayne's Flying Leathernecks today, where they're fighting the Japanese. So it's kind of interesting. It is a total of rising to 12,388 feet tall.
Hmm.
All right. Does anybody know what the tallest mountain in the world is? Without Googling it, Jack?
Everest? I don't know.
You go, yeah. Well, I had to make 100 cookies today. So I made 100 cookies. I cleaned the patio furniture. I did some other crap. And in between that, I watched John Wayne's Flying Leathernecks. 100 cookies. A lot of freaking cookies. Sounds a lot like, yeah, Mount Mayon in the Philippines, which erupted last year, if I remember right. And we've had some friends that have actually gone there and climbed a good portion of that. The Himalayas. Like, I like the word Himalayans for some reason. I always thought about changing my name and just going by Himalayan. I think that would be a cool name. The tallest mountain in the world is Mount Everest.
Yay.
See? And guess where we're going now? We're talking about the Himalayas. Do the Himalayas have a Bigfoot, a Yeti?
I couldn't
Let me
tell
do
you.
that. I know you couldn't tell me. So my weekly question this week on my post was about Bigfoot. My question was this: if Bigfoot is real, is it an unknown animal or an alien? 92% of the votes voted for animal, 8% for alien creature.
What about humanoid?
Hmm?
What about humanoid?
Humanoid's an animal.
Hmm.
So that's what I mean. Is it like an alien from space? Tim says Kalahua is the tallest. Sure. Abominable snow monster, just like in Rudolph. Kiko, you're right. But even in the Himalayas, I don't know if you know this, I'm sure you probably do. They don't think the Yeti is white, even in the Himalayas. That's something that we made up in a child story. So there is no abominable snowman. There's just not happening. But does Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer exist?
In your mind.
I've seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He had a very shiny nose, though.
He did, but I saw him in the downtown Fayetteville area at Christmas. I saw him. You didn't say he was a white snowman, bro? Well,
Oh, boy.
what color would Bigfoot be if Bigfoot was Bigfoot?
Calico.
Well,
So you can blend in.
maybe in the South Pole from Henry. Now, here's a question. If you're saying that Bigfoot might be humanoid, more like us, is he more like me or more like you? Dirty yellow? Yeah, Kiko, you're right. It's more yellowish. But even that doesn't exist. Not in real life. So what do you think, Jack? Would he be more like me or more like you?
You'd be like everybody.
There you go. Definitely David's IQ. Definitely David's IQ. Small, little, short, small. My IQ is today's like a 1.
Okay.
Gray, black, blonde, and tan. The Bigfoot,
Now, would a Bigfoot rock a mullet like down south?
a mullet? Yeah. Well, I don't think so because to get the mullet, you have to cut the side of your hair. And nobody's ever cut a Bigfoot's hair. So I don't think there's any mullets.
So Bigfoot's wife doesn't take care of her man?
No, no. She's too
Just
busy
leave
hanging
the
out.
house look like shit.
She's too busy hanging out with the other Bigfoot bitches. You know, come on. You know.
They're all the chismis.
Well, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Do we think Bigfoot, if they exist, is what word am I looking for? Do they mate once with a female and they stay together like we kind of do, or would a Bigfoot stud male, screw any and all of the Bigfoot women, and they kind of live like in a harem situation? So would he be the Marion type? Is Bigfoot somebody who gets married to another lady Bigfoot, or does he just screw around with everybody?
I think he's a one-woman man. Because if it was like a harem, then it'd be easier to spot them rather than just a couple.
Okay. So you don't think Bigfoot? So you think Bigfoot shacks up and lives as a couple versus lives like in a community?
Right. He's got the mentality of a penguin.
Kiko saying David's Bigfoot manscaping cheers. Yeah, Bigfoot needs some. I don't do manscaping, but Bigfoot needs to.
He needs to order that
He's a
Manscaped
player.
3.0 package.
I think Bigfoot would not be in a couple relationship. I think they would be more like gorillas and chimpanzees. I think they would live in small communities, and the males would fight for the right to breed with the females, just like chimpanzees and gorillas. So I actually think they would live in a community like that.
The losing Bigfoot gets his head shaved, just a mullet cut right off.
There you go. Get a 50% discount at the barber every February the 29th for Bigfoot's here. There you go. That's a good way to do it.
Yep.
Now, the losing Bigfoot, the male Bigfoot who loses the fight and doesn't have the right to mate, he's the one that you see on the cameras all the time. Because he's so upset that he's shaking and he's all blurry. So that's why there's no good pictures of him. Because he's upset.
Okay.
Tim is off to the gym. Everybody say, good luck at the gym. Tim,
Time to go pump some iron.
become like Bigfoot. He's getting more tall than a toilet seat. Tell. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. Getting more tall than a toilet seat. And my vision would be the stud Bigfoot, the leader of the community, pretty much wouldn't do a damn thing. You know? Craig says there's mostly males it's here and families on the other side of the portal. So Craig is going to lean towards, it's an alien being, Craig? Is that where you're going to go with it? Or are you saying that the animal can move from porthole to porthole or move from space to space? Because there is a lot of people that think that the family of Bigfoots do not present themselves. That the ones that people see and capture truly are just male Bigfoots.
Might be just decoys.
You know, whether the little women and the children stay in the cave, or they go to the fourth dimension or to another area or wherever. There are a lot of people that say that. The interdimensional, okay? Because there are people in America who says that they've seen baby Bigfoots and they've seen women Bigfoot. And I actually don't believe that. I believe people see Bigfoot. I don't think they see little baby Bigfoots. I just don't. Flat earthers known for the lowdown. Flat earthers know everything. I'm just telling you. They're the ones who's got it all figured out.
Yep.
But I do. I don't think people see females and baby Bigfoots. I just don't think they do. I think the only ones they see are males. And maybe they're like elephants when they breed. Doesn't elephants take like 18 or 19 months to have a baby?
I don't know.
I think, don't they take quite a while to breed? Or to give birth? Yeah, they may be like elephants. So it says here, yes, I'm not a damn robot. Bastards. "22 months. So it takes them 22 months of being pregnant.
For a Bigfoot?
No, for an elephant. And I think that's what Bigfoot is. I think Bigfoot is similar to this. So and I think this is the same thing. Female elephants typically reach sexual maturity between the ages of 10 years and 15, while males become sexually mature around 10 to 20. I think Bigfoot falls into that category. I think they're pregnant for a long time, and then I also think that they can't reproduce until they're at least 20 years old or something. There's a flat earth.
There you go, Kiko.
Henry says they travel through caves to get from one place to another. I think that's very possible because this. If you ever Google ant colonies, especially like in Australia, in the deserts, where people have actually taken an ant colony and they spent a couple of days pouring liquid concrete down into the ant colony. And they let it set up and they unburied it. And these things are massive. I mean, you're talking about going forever and ever and ever and ever. I think our cave systems, a lot of them do connect and go from one place to the other place to the other place to the other place if you know how to get through them. Just saying. Kiko, they must be more shy than a penny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Bigfoot's weenie is a little bit is much smaller, I think, than an elephant. I think it's small because nobody's ever said they saw it. All these people that have reported seeing Bigfoot, none of them has ever said, "Did you see how big?" There's one or two people that says the Bigfoot I saw had breasts, which I think they're lying. I think it's just a fat male like me. Kiko says, I prefer uncle colonies instead of ant colonies. Bama Nolan's in the house. How are you, Bama? Everybody say hi to Bama. Bama, say
Hey,
hi to everybody.
Bama.
Hey, Bama, if you have anything you'd like to drop or share, you're more than welcome to. No one ever used an iPhone camera. See, that's right. They don't use their Wi-Fi, their iPhone cameras to get Bigfoot on there. Bama says he's seen Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot, or Happy Feet, or Littlefoot. Is that a baby Bigfoot? I've seen Bigfoot.
Happy Feet is a baby dinosaur, I think.
Is it Littlefoot?
I think. Is it? Or is it a penguin?
For the penguins were Happy Feet. Remember they did the dancing?
Oh, Littlefoot, it was a dinosaur, I think. A little dinosaur, I think. Land Before Time cartoon or something like that.
Well, I'll Google them. Oh yeah, it's a little. Oh yeah, it's a little white. Yeah, it looks like a little dinosaur, I guess. Littlefoot was a 70s band. I thought that was Flatfoot. What was that band? Now you're going to make me look that up because I don't think it was Littlefoot. Maybe a Little Feet. Yeah, the band was Little Feet. Is that what you said? Yeah, you said Littlefoot. Kiko, you were wrong. The name of the band was Littlefoot. Little Feet, not Littlefoot. A lifetime of protocols to attain frequency antennas or a catalytic event also creates a disability in some. Need to be tuned. Yeah. Kiko's egging you on, Bama. Henry says he still listens to Little Feet, not Little Foot. Little Feet is an American rock band.
Little Nub.
What was their best song? Anybody know?
I'll be right back.
Dixie Chicken? Was that their best? Let It Roll? Spanish Moon? Rock and Roll Doctor? So yeah, they had some good songs apparently. Nolan knows that it was a band. Yes. Hold your head up. Hold your head up high. We don't have any Bigfoot down here, but we do have some Rougarou here in the swamps in the deep south of Louisiana. You guys have swamp apes. Florida, Louisiana, you're supposed to have swamp apes, which are skinny, scrawny, chimpanzee smelling looking Bigfoots. And y'all have a lot of mystery creatures similar to what the Philippines has. Some of the, Henry says, I've been brain dead. I'm about brain dead right now. Been up for a few days. Henry, why have you been up for so many days? Dr. Hook? Yeah, I remember Dr. Hook. I used to have some of their music. They were in the 70s. Sharing the night together. Kiko, you and I will never share the night together. Just tell me. Would you like to share the night with Bigfoot or Mrs. Bigfoot? See, I've seen Bigfoot. I think I've told some of you guys the story. I've seen Bigfoot. I know Bigfoot is real. Period. Just all there is to it. There's nothing you could do because you can't disprove, right? You guys can't disprove anything. So, Kiko. Well, I guess you got, okay, you win that one, Kiko. Yeah. Henry's been busy taking care of business. Taking care of busy. Wasn't that Bachman Turner Overdrive? Only where she wears fishnets. Or she shaves, There's hairy women aren't my thing. I don't know about you guys, but hairy women just isn't my thing. Armpits hairier than mine just really aren't my thing. Bama says, according to legend, the Rougarou, not my speak gene. I've taken too many drugs today. Just letting you know. So my pronunciation is way off today. But the Rougarou is a human who has been cursed, transforming into a terrifying creature, the body of a man and the head of a wolf or a dog. And I think they have that, or they claim to have something just like that in Jersey. They got like the Jersey Devil or something. There is a song called Sasquatch. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Huh. Sounds like ex-wives. Yes. And of course, now the person's been cursed, transforming into, and that's kind of what the Philippines believes. They had that with the, man, I'm brain dead today. The white lady is cursed, and then there's like the vampire cross between a werewolf in the Philippines. What the hell is the name of that? What they do in the Philippines? Telling you, I need to lay off the drugs. The real question is, if you're cursed, now is this a voodoo curse or is this an anything curse? So is it part of the voodoo legends or is it just, anybody who can do voodoo? And yes, voodoo does not mean black magic, just for clarification. But you guys have skunk apes. I've seen some pictures of your skunk apes. There's a big island in Louisiana, somewhere out in the swamp. God, I can't remember the name of that island either, where it's supposedly haunted and has that version of Bigfoot. Bama says the transformation is said to occur when a person breaks a Lenten vow, leading to a curse that can be only lifted after 101 days as of April the 19th. Okay. Yeah, the circuitry is screwed up today, man. I'm telling you. I mean, my back was acting up all day because I was making 100 freaking cookies, homemade from scratch for my wife. So yeah, maybe one or too many muscle relaxers. But you're right. There's a disconnect today. Voodoo, do you? Well, that's all right. I believe in Bigfoot. Just saying. I think there's hash cookies. Yeah, that'd be fun. I think that'd have been funny to send them hash cookies. But here's what's really bad. I made 30 cookies that have nuts in them. So in today's world, I had to make those and put them in a separate container, label the containers with nuts because it's a food hazard now. So,
My peanut allergy.
Chili. Get it, voodoo chili. Hex flat cookies. Do you think that actually works? Or do you think when you heat the cookie up, the properties, the chemical of the drug goes away? Numb nuts.
I don't think it goes away. So I've heard a lot of stories of the old X-Lax and people getting just wrecked on that.
Well, that's not very nice.
Mm-mm.
If you really want to have diarrhea, what you should do is just eat a whole bunch of sugar-free gummies.
Yep. What was it? I think they discontinued those. The sugar-free gummy bears.
Yep.
They let the violent shit.
Well, yeah, they have a chemical in it that's a laxative.
Mm-hmm. I like gummy bears, but I haven't had one in a long time.
Pico goes to a spray, not a way. Yeah, made 100 freaking cookies today, man. You know how hard that is for an old guy?
You
But
go to
that's what
Walmart, get a whole bunch of Chips Ahoy. Look what I.
that's yeah, I guess you could go there and unpackage them and put them in your own container. But I made these from scratch, buddy.
Mm-hmm. They have my heart in it.
I think we all need special brownies, Henry. I think there's not one of us in this group that doesn't need special brownies. And look, a lot of people don't think marijuana does anything health wise. There's a lot of people that swear by marijuana as a medical tool. What coming from the Philippines, Lorelei can't see marijuana as medicine. And that drives me crazy because one, I mean, all it does for me is make me really tired. and I have a phobia about falling asleep. So after my coma, I do not fall asleep unplanned. Um, so I don't. It doesn't really do anything for me anyway. But or at least I haven't found a strand that does well for me. But Lorelai, even after my doctor told Lorelai on one of the doctor visits, you know, go get the edibles because you don't. I don't smoke, and try them and use them and see if they help. And she still thinks they're extremely evil. You know, and you get good cookies in the Philippines, Jack.
Hold on.
Good cookies. I'm trying to remember if we bought any good. When we're in the Philippines, we didn't buy any cookies. We bought a whole bunch of Red Ribbon and Goldilocks, but not cookies. Because I don't think I saw a lot of cookies in the Philippines, Kiko. Now that you mention that, I don't think we saw a lot of cookies. Jack, how about you?
There's cookies here, but you're too broke to buy one. Yeah, I seen the Chips Ahoy. I think
Yeah,
Chips Ahoy at 7-Eleven.
yeah.
And Pure Gold, they had Chips Ahoy, the blue ones.
Kiko says, www, buy me some cookies. The Cookie Monster. Henry
Instead
says,
of
got some news.
buymeacoffee.com, buymesomecookies.com.
Yep. Mine should be buymeabeachhouseinflorida.com with the boat dock, swimming pool, and all that stuff.
Today is buymewaterandfood.com. Since no more gallons of water left.
Yeah, Jack's out of water. Kiko, there are cookies there, but he's too broke to buy one. Skyflakes. Lorelai loves her Skyflakes.
You need some water to eat those things.
Well, don't you have some water in your toilet, Jack?
I'm not drinking that.
Well, didn't they used to call perfume toilet water?
De toilette.
What was that? Remember back in the 1900s? Wasn't that called toilet water? Perfume that they would, or in the barber shop? Wasn't that what that was called? With Skyflakes. We not Henry, but James sent us some of Lorelai's favorite Skyflakes a while back that we couldn't find anywhere else. He got them out in California and sent them to us. So we like the Skyflakes. She likes the butter.
Peanut butter, I'm like, whoa, those are good.
Yeah, the chocolate ones are good, but she really likes the buttered ones, and so he sent us some of those. We can get the regular bah humbug. Yeah, we all need something, Kiko. Kiko, we all need something. We all need love, 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 and cookies, cookies, cookies. But yeah, made 100 cookies today. How many of you guys have made 100 cookies? And those greedy old blood-sucking people that work with Lorelai won't give a rat's ass. They'll just scarf them down and not appreciate my hard work. So I should have just went to Walmart and bought vanilla wafers, the generic brand, and put them in a box and sent them to
them. Oh, that'd be horrible. You don't pretty much generic anything. That's just you gotta get the Great Value brand.
Yes. Well, the Philippines does have a lot of wafer cookies. They have the wafers. They have a lot of those.
But sometimes they call them wafers or wafers. I'm like, what?
Yes. Yes.
They're biscuits or biscuits. I'm like, what?
Yes. Kiko says, well, I haven't made that money in my entire life. 51 years old, Craig, because it's his birthday today, Craig.
It costs too much money to make those Nestle Toll House cookies. Oh, you get the
Craig says,
sugar-free ones. Send it to
hot.
work with you.
Craig made 2,000 hot cross buns at Easter. I'm assuming, because I don't know what a hot cross bun is, I'm assuming it's kind of like a pretzel in the shape of maybe in shape of a cross. Church people don't appreciate anything anyway. Now, I've been cooking all my life. It was one of my first jobs. I worked in a nursing home in the dietary department for the afternoon shift, and I did all the cooking. So I've actually been cooking since I was 16. Kiko says, I may have seen some hot buns in my times, but Craig had hot buns, 2,000 of them. Henry's been watching these two ladies drive toy cars to the Key West, Florida. Okay, Henry. I know you're not watching them for the cars, are you? But yeah, in the Philippines, we didn't buy any real cookies. We bought a whole lot of Little Debbie cakes, and not Little Debbie's, but Red Ribbon and Yellow or Goldilocks and all those stuff.
Oh, mine you got to read backwards. Next one.
Next one.
Yeah.
A hot cross bun is a spice bun usually made with fruit marked with a cross at the top, which has been traditionally eaten on Good Friday in the United Kingdom, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, Canada, India, Pakistan, Malta, the United States, and the Commonwealth of the Caribbean. Now I know.
Thank you, Google.
Google. He goes, it's topless? The cars, I mean.
Convertible.
They're not convertibles, huh? You gotta
I've
love
only
the good.
seen one convertible here, and it was all dirty and beat to hell.
Yeah, Henry, everybody's trying to raise money for something.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's trying to raise money for food. I'm trying to raise money for a beach house. You know, mine's a little bit more important than Jack's, but hey, I know. But they are making it videos on here. Okay. For a real car. I helped a friend sell a car today. A convertible, a 2000 special edition Mazda Miata MX-5 with 80,000 miles on it. Van Halen said, everybody wants some. And he says, misspell, yeah. How much you think a car like that is worth? The 2000 special edition MX-5 Mazda Miata with 80,000 miles. In really good condition. Really good condition. Not perfect, but in good condition. Henry says, I'm not trying to raise any more damn money, but maybe someday I will. You can never have too much money. 18K, is that how much you need, Kiko? Is that how much you're giving us? Is 18,000, Kiko? Well, thank you very much. That will go just a small way towards my beach house. But every $1,000 you donate to me is greatly appreciated. So thank you 18 times. Craig wants the car for 4,000. Oh, Kiko saying, oh, so I was hoping you were going to give me 18,000, Kiko. Not that you were guessing 18,000. I know, Kiko. Nope, we it Blue Book at the high for 9,300. But the fact that it was a little rough, and really good shape. So your 18,000's way off. 4,000, Craig, you're way off. Miata, Mazda Miata MX-5, 80,000 miles, no wrecks, no crashes. Everything worked beautifully in it. Just a little rough, scratches and a few little dings. The interior is a little dirty. 1.8 liter, 6-speed transmission. Everything worked great mechanically. And he says, maybe about $2,000. Oh no, you say it was rough. Now you say it was rough. Yeah, well, that's why you got to pay attention, Kiko. Henry says, but I do like small cars unless it's Mini Cooper. Well, now look, I love small cars, but you're not getting this fat old guy in a little bitty car. That's the reason I gave up my Mustang GT convertible and sold it. I had a beautiful gold with black stripes GT of 2010. Gorgeous car, freaking awesome. But it got to the point getting in and out of that damn thing was so hard on the knees and the back, it wasn't enjoyable. So I sold it, got rid of it. And if we ever buy another convertible, what we're going to buy is a Jeep and then just put street tires on it so it's easy to get in and out of. I think Mini Coopers are pretty cool. I've driven a couple, and they seem way underpowered. They seem like little go-karts without much oomph. I mean, his Miata with a 1.8 liter seemed to have more power in it than the Mini Coopers I've driven. Yeah, his was green and tan. I like the new Miatas. I can't fit in them, but I do really like the new Miatas. They are really, really nice. And I think Miata or Dodge Chrysler, I think they bought Fiat, and so for a little bit they brought the Fiat Spider back, which looked just like the Mazda Miata. But his was green and tan. But we sold it for $8,700. We sold it in 2 hours. And I told my friend, because he's an older guy, he doesn't have the internet, and he only wanted $6,000 for it. And I told him, I said, no, I think that's a little low. So we did some Googling, and I showed him that the most you could get is about $9,200. So if he wanted just to get rid of it because he didn't drive it anymore and just sitting there, I thought $7,800 would get some traction, and it did. The guy came and bought it in 2 hours for $7,800. Gave him cash, took the car and the title, and went away. David's Island Life and Adventures in the house. Everybody say hello to David. David, you're welcome, and thank you for the thumbs up, but you're also welcome to drop a link or share anything you would like. Well, to be honest, I think I'm on drugs, David. I think I'm on drugs, man. I'm going to give you a wrench in case you want to drop something. Figure out how to do it here. There we go. I've been taking muscle relaxers the last week, and I think they're starting to catch up to me. So I think I'm drugged out tonight. A Porsche 911 would be more like it. I hate to park it at Walmart, though. I really like the older Porsches. I don't like the new ones. But the 911s from the 80s and the 90s, the one, I really, really think those are awesome cars. They're a little too small for a fat guy like me. But I really like those 911s back 20 and 30 years ago. Really like those. Make sure you say hi to David's Island, everybody. Jack is having internet issue. It's called the Philippines. Bama is saying hello to David. Craig is saying hello to David. We were talking about Bigfoot, and somehow we got the cars. So, and music and everything else. Aaron says, I feel like I feel like I am, but just been so busy. On drugs? How I feel. But I love the 911s. They look more like a bubble, I think. I don't know which ones that you like. Kiko, which one you're talking about, but I like the ones that, yeah, even the new 911s, not too bad, but I really like the older 911s from the 70s and 80s, the 90s. They're just freaking gorgeous cars. But I'm looking at them down, Kiko. Damn, the brand new one is nice looking. I think you got to go buy one, Kiko. Oh, yeah. Bigfoot and Manscaped. That's the topic. David, do you have Bigfoot where you're at? We have Bigfoot where we're at. So, Jack is laughing at you, Kiko. He is laughing at you, man. He's pointing his finger and laughing at you, Kiko. That's what Jack is doing. I don't think Bigfoot could manscape. I think he would break all of the trimmers. I need to get a new one myself. Thinking of that. I burned the battery out in mine. My trimmer. Go to any Walmart for what? A 911 Porsche? I don't think Walmart sells 911 Porsches. Man, Kiko, stay with the program. Keep up with the program, Kiko. But I do. I like that. Then the other question about Bigfoot is this. What type of diet is Bigfoot? Is Bigfoot a carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore? To see a Bigfoot, oh yeah. Man. I used to have in my office when I was teaching a book that had photographs of people at Walmart in it. And, it sat on my desk as kind of an icebreaker thing. And, Taco Bell's changing their menu. There's some nasty, nasty, nasty people that go to Walmart. And if there's one rule that should be in America, you should put your clothes on before you go to a public store or a Walmart or any other store. There's a chain of stores called Publix down south. Kiko, I just read today that Taco Bell is changing their menu. They're raising all of their prices, and they're going to be getting rid of some things and adding some things. So it's going to cost you more money to get Taco Bell diarrhea than it used to. David's Island Adventure says hello to Craig. 8:49 p.m. where he is. So yeah, Taco Bell is changing their menu, if anybody cares. But when we got back from the Philippines, Taco Bell was one of the first things we had back from the Philippines. Oh my God. I was so damn sick, it was unbelievable. You're right. You're right. Spandex was not meant to be stretched as far as some of them push it. And look, I'm a fat guy. You know, why in God's creation, if you don't have a decent body, would you wear skin tight clothes that you gotta force your body into? I don't understand that. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand it. It just blows my mind. Why would you do that? That's why you don't eat a horse, and the Taco Bell do sell horse meat. Well, it's just David saying hello to you, Bama. Taco Bell has a Bigfoot option. There you go. I don't even think Bigfoot would like Taco Bell. But my God, but I just don't get why fat people wear skin tight clothes. I mean, look, I'm fat. I just wear a big old shirt, but it looks cool. I'm cool, man. My God, just what the hell's wrong with people? You want to hide the ugly, not show the ugly off. I mean, if your butt ass ugly, hide yourself. It's okay. You want to dress to where you enhance what is good, not what is bad. You want to distract the eye from the bad to the good. If you're really short, you grow long hair, makes you look taller. If you're fat, you don't wear skin tight clothes. Guess what? Makes you look fatter. You go to keep a positive eye image of themselves, an image of themselves. Image, yeah. I don't know, Kiko, man. But that's not a positive. And then, of course, where are they going to hide all of the shit they steal at Walmart? If they're wearing skin tight, clothing and spandex, how are they going to stuff all of those cookies and donuts and pastries and soda pop in their clothes? If you wear big baggy clothes, you can hide a lot of goodies. My God, it just drives my ass crazy. Image. Henry wears t-shirts and jeans. Yeah, I'm more of a tropical shirt and t-shirt type guy. When I quit teaching, I swore I never wanted to wear a suit and tie again, and I've been pretty good at not doing that. But I don't even wear jeans. I probably haven't worn a pair of jeans in 4 or 5 years. I found these Wranglers at Walmart that are really comfortable. You can get them wet and they dry real fast. I wear those pants. They're Wranglers. They got zippers in the pockets. I really like them. They're super stretchable and comfortable. Got to have some goods. Spandex is for skinny people. I don't think spandex is for anybody. I mean, but it's just, it just doesn't make sense to me. Lorelai always wants to buy me shirts, which is fine, except for she has bad taste. So, and remember, she's not here tonight, so I can say what I want. So, and I've had to explain to her over the years, I do not wear shirts that has horizontal stripes in them, because when you're fat and you wear horizontal stripes, it makes you look bigger. You use vertical stripes, makes you look taller and leaner. So I don't know why a 5,000-pound man or woman will wear spandex to Walmart. Man, it's just freaking ugly. Commando for Kiko. Yeah, Commando's the right way to go. Craig said spandex camel toe. Well, then you haven't seen the photos that comes out of Walmart, because I promise you, that's more like an elephant toe. There, no damn camel toe. Kiko says 1% of the women at the gym should wear spandex. I agree, only or less. But women on at gyms, they need to behave themselves. You know, Joey Smalls, I don't know if you ever see him on Facebook and YouTube. He's a very fitness guy, has his own channel, he's a big star now. But he talks about these videos where girls are trying to say that somebody is a stalker, a feral. You know, that guy's only looking at me because he wants, you know, how women overinflate themselves. But at gym, at the fitness centers, you know, and it drives me crazy because so many of these women are so they think they are godly and they think every man in the gym is after them. Nobody gives a shit. And that's where it's coming to the point where gyms now are not going to allow you to video record while you work out because so many of them have accused men of looking at them and getting, you know, a big YouTube following or Instagram following about this. But now the tide is changing. One, there's been a number of these girls who have been making fun of fat people who are working out. So, you know, making fun of the fat guy. And the other day there was a boy, a high schooler who has mental disabilities along with physical disabilities. And he was working out, and one of these, you know, Instagram star girls made fun of this guy and about how he looked and how he was trying to lift weights. You know, some 16-year-old kid trying to better himself who has physical and mental disabilities. Kiko says, that's right. Must be those Aussie camel toes. Then wear oversized sweat clothes. Exactly, wear gymnasium clothes instead of spandex. But what drives me crazy is they set the camera up to watch themselves work out. Why do you need to videotape how you work out? I used to work out. I mean, at one time, I bench pressed 450 pounds. I didn't need to see myself on camera. You know, I don't get it. But these girls do it because they post it on the internet and make money because they want idiot men to give them money because they look cute in their spandex. But they're tearing down and disrupting other people's ability to work out. So I actually am a big fan of gymnasiums or fitness centers out of band photography inside the building. And the other day I saw a video that I really liked about this, where there's a girl who got in trouble lifting weights. She had too much weight on there and she couldn't finish her last rep and it came down and she couldn't get it off of her. And she has the camera running because, you know, she's a star. And of course, her legs are propped up on the bench so you can see her camel toe. And she gets into trouble trying to lift this. And she's starting to ask for help. Nobody would help her. Nobody bothered to help her. There's guys walking by her. Nope. Because they've made such of a hostile culture in fitness centers now where a man can't even look at somebody or help somebody. There's another video where they belittled this poor guy because there's a girl trying to pick up these 45-pound weights to get the barbell up and running, and she was struggling. So he offered, hey, would you like me to load those for you? Feral man, oh my God. You know, he's looking at my Gucci. You know, but all he's doing is trying to be helpful. So that was a viral video. And so now men don't bother to help. Women get stuck in the machine because they can't lift the weight. Figure it out. Just crazy. The shit we get into. Man. Just drives me crazy. But you're right, Kiko. Look, simple as this. If you don't want people looking at you, man or woman, don't draw attention to yourself. One, you're drawing attention to yourself when you set a camera up to video you, because people like me will look over and go, why is that person recording themselves? I don't care what she looks like or he looks like, but why in the hell are you recording yourself work out? He goes, then there are these social butterflies that just walk around sipping. Yeah, you're right. There's actually a couple of videos out there now where guys are exposing these girls that are basically doing nothing at the gym, but wearing spandex, super tight clothes. They walk around with a drink, and they take pictures of their side. Oh my God. It's like, why? Why? Just, I don't know, Kiko. Just drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. But fat people shouldn't wear spandex, and I vote that nobody wears it. It's just, Henry says, well, that's what happens when you get stupid with others. Yeah. And the good thing is, since thanks to Joey Smalls, this bodybuilder, having his outlet, he's exposed a lot of these women for lying and faking things. He follows up, calls the gyms, the fitness centers, and he talks to people, does his research, and he calls these women out for lying. And it's starting to change now, like I said a second ago, where men won't help the women anymore. She couldn't get the barbell up. She finally had to dump it to get out from underneath it, which is what you do anyway with heavyweights. But she finally figured out how to dump the barbell and got out herself. But you can hear her, help, help, anybody? Can I get some help? Not for you and your skinky spandex wearing ass. So, man, I am telling you, because I used to love to work out. But just wear gym clothes. Whatever happened to regular gym clothes? What happened to PE clothes? Clothes that you used to wear during PE. What's wrong with those? I mean, they were good enough in school. Why aren't they good enough now? When I see myself in the mirror, I say, you let old man in this place. Kiko, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't go to my school reunions and, high school reunions and such. I don't go to them because, one, I didn't like the people in the first place back then. So why would I go hang out with them now? But I've gone to places where I ran into groups of people that I went to school with. And I'm shocked. I am absolutely shocked how old and ugly and these people that I went to high school with. It's kind of like, what in God's creation happened to you people? You people look disgustingly old and worthless, Henry says, I'm starting to get that way about the old man thing. Henry says, he's no longer in fashion. Henry, I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you all this. If you need fashion tips, just let me know. I'm a fashion expert, as you can tell by my purple shirt. See? But I'm always amazed when I see people that I went to school with, how old these damn people are. I mean, it's like, oh my God, and I was talking to a friend about this a while back. And granted, a lot of the times it's because, of alcohol and cigarettes, smoking, and they don't take care of themselves. But I also wonder, do I look that way to them? Do I look old and wore out and beaten to death to them? Or do I look like what I think I look like? Which isn't very good either, but, I always kind of wonder that. So I know the feeling. That's why Lorelai doesn't like me to grow my beard or my hair out very long because there's so much gray in it and spotty and all of that and a little bit of silver and gray that she's ashamed of her husband because he looks so old, you know. Kiko says, I got my 45th coming up this fall. 45th what? 45th spandex wearing holiday? And so it's just crazy, man. I don't get it. I mean, when you go to the doctor now, the doctors are younger than you. What the hell happened? How can the doctor be younger than us? I don't get it. So, all right, my friends, it's been 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours. That's going to about wrap it up for me tonight. Oh, your 45th class reunion. See, man, on my drugs. I take too many drugs. Taking too many drugs this week. 45th. I don't know what mine be. Wait, what year am I? Well, I don't go to them anyway. I didn't like them in high school. I thought they were all, I didn't like them then, so why would I go now and see a bunch of old people? I don't, 45th high school reunion. When I get to my high school reunion and just laugh at how much they try to act like they were exactly, and that's my thing. They act like they were something special in high school, or that there's something special now. Well, I'm important because I am blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, you're not. See you, Kiko, Craig, Henry, everybody who's left in the background. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back next Thursday as always. But I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. So we will see you guys all next week. Thanks, guys. Don't wear spandex.